Hi, Emmanuel here with T2S Transformed to Succeed. You go to our website, transform2succeed.com. You're going to find more about what we do. And our next class, as per the recording of this specific video, we're going to start our next class on September 8th, 2023. I'm going to jump right into what we will be doing today. This is specific to helping somebody be or get ready to take the Red Hat Certified System Administrator. But also you can use this specific hands-on demo to sharpen your Linux skills. And what we'll be doing today, we'll be creating a logical volume. We'll call it myLV, logical volume of size equal to 10 LEs in my volume group. That's my VG, and that's how we're gonna name it. We're gonna name this volume group. But before we do that, of course, we'll have to create that volume group. And the requirement is the physical extent size of 32 megabyte. With the file system that we'll be using here, it's XFS. You know, you have the ext file systems as well, but we'll focus for this specific video only on XFS. Then we will mount the newly created file system persistently under mnt/data. We'll also have to make sure that we have this specific directory. So I'm gonna walk you through the steps to accomplish all of these tasks for this specific video. I'll take you to my terminal here. And in this video, I'm using CentOS 9, which is an exact replica of Red Hat Enterprise Linux 9, version 9. And that's what we are using here. So the first thing that we are going to do is to make sure that we, first of all, list the partition. So we need to know what kind of partition tables we have on this specific system. And the way to do it is by using the command fdisk-l. So to list, and every time you come across something like this saying permission denied, it means that you have to use the sudo command fdisk, which the sudo command allows you to elevate your permissions. You do that, and when you do it, so this is what you get. You get a list of the different disks that you have on your system. And you see here we have an SDB, which has 20 gig. Then you have the SDC 10 gig. If you keep going down here, and then also you have a 20 gig, that's the SDA. So you're gonna have to choose the logical or physical disk that you wanna work with here. And in our case, I'm gonna use the SDB here, SDB. And usually I just take a pen to write it down, because when you're working as a Linux engineer or systems admin, you'll be dealing with so many disks, and so make sure that you take note of what you do. It's good advice. After we do that, now what we do, we clear the screen, and then we go to this. We use this command to begin partitioning this specific disk. So I'm gonna do dev, that's SDB, that's what I wanted to do. And when you do this, it's gonna take you to a prompt, and then you have to follow the prompts. So this is what you do. And again, here you see permission denied, meaning that you have to use sudo again. So I'm gonna do that clear, and that's what I just recalled the command, and the way to do it is just to use your upper arrow on your keyboard, and you should be able to recall your command. And here we have now the partitioning prompt. We can follow. If you press M, you're gonna get a list of options that you can explore here, but that's not what we want to do. And because what we want to do here, I'm gonna press Q to quit and clear the screen so that you guys can see what I'm doing here. So the next thing that you're gonna have to do is to use N, because you want to create a new partition. So you press N, the letter N, and then enter. And now we use P because you want to use the default primary that you have here, partition. And as of partition numbers, you're gonna need to go with 1 through 4, the default 1, because that's the default. So use that. As far as sectors are concerned, here you're gonna have to enter. You're gonna have to enter. You just press enter, use the default here, and we will use the last sector here. So that will be the 400 megabyte. So I'm gonna type plus, then I'll say 400 megabyte, and then press enter. So we have created a new partition, and then we have that for help, and I'm gonna say enter T, the letter T, and I'm gonna make sure that you guys can see my screen here. So I'll move it up, and hopefully you can see my screen. You can see my screen here. So the next thing that you enter here should be, I just wanted to make sure that you guys can see my screen. So here we're gonna enter, we just did T to select, to use the selected partition, number 1, and now for the hex code or alias, we are going to use the Linux LVM. So press enter uppercase L, and then enter. So you see here you have the different, so you're gonna list the different aliases that you have here, and we use the we're gonna use the LVM because that's what we want to use, logical volume, Linux LVM. So that'll be 8E. So number 8, the uppercase E or lowercase e. So you just press enter. Yeah, so you have chosen the Linux VM, and then after that you're gonna press P, enter the letter P. So you have done it, and now to save and write these partitions on the disk, you have to use the letter W. So you press W and then enter. So we what we have done, we have the partition table has been altered, and everything is pretty much set. So now the next thing that we have to do is to use the command path probe. And to do that, you're gonna you can either use sudo path probe, or you just change to become root if you want to, and you use the command su space dash. That can switch, help you switch become root. But I'll just do sudo, unable to open that. For some reason, I don't know why. Is it path probe? So I'm gonna try the next command and see if this will help. So to create a volume, to create a logical volume, you start first with a physical volume, and then on top of the physical volume you build the volume group, and off of that volume group, that's when you can create the logical volume. And that's the process, that's the concept in which we are using here. So I'm gonna do dev, and it's SDB. So that was and when we'll call it VDB, and let me see here, VDB1. Let's just call it VDB1. So we're gonna do that to create no device found for dev. Let me try. Okay, so we're gonna create the physical volume, and the physical volume you use this command as I showed you earlier. So we're gonna call it let's try, because I just created one. I think SDB1. So I'm gonna use sudo here, because you're gonna have as I said, you create a physical volume off of a physical disk, and then on top of that volume, those physical volumes, then you can group them into a volume group. Off of that volume group, that's where you create a logical volume. So we're gonna do that, and that's been created successfully. And next, what we need to do, we create now the volume group. And the volume group we're gonna create, we wanted to create a 32 megabytes. That would be a VG, and we're gonna call it my volume group. So that's the name that we give it to. And then remember, now we're building this volume group on top of the physical volume, so it's gonna be SDB1. So that's done, and we're gonna use the sudo here. That's done. And now that we've done it, we just press enter. Successfully created. And now, after creating the volume group, now we can create the logical volume. Then we'll be using the lv create command, and now we're gonna do L, and then we'll say 10, and then this command here, and we're gonna call it LV logical volume, my logical volume. That's the name that we give it, and then we build off of the volume group. Then you press enter. That's been created, as you can see. And now what we need to do is to set up a file system type. And remember, we're gonna use XFS in this case. So it's gonna be make file system, make FS, and then the file system type. Then we're gonna do the my volume group, and then my logical volume. So we're gonna do that and then press enter, and that is done. Let me see here. Error accessing dev G1, no such file. So let me see what we need to do here. Yeah, let's look at use a different command here and then try. So what I'm gonna use here, I'm gonna use the command. So I separate the make file system, and then I'm gonna decide what type that I wanna do. And to do that, what you do, you just use the option, the -t. Then in our case, we want to work with XFS. Then I'll specify the path, and this is going to be my volume group, and then my logical volume. Press enter. So, and permission again here, so I'm gonna retype that, and this time I'll just I'll add I'm gonna add sudo. So that's done, and here it's saying that appears to contain an existing file system. So we have already done that because I did it before. Let's say you want to change it to ext4. So I can change it to ext4 here, then press enter, and then it's asking, yes, you want to do that? Yes, proceed anyway. So that's done. So we have done that. And next, what we need to do is to verify. How do you verify? We use this command here, lv. This command here, lv display. Or did I skip something here? So use lv display running. I'll just change to root here, so that we don't have to always be asked the same question over and over again. Alright, so I want to display, verify what we have here. So when I do that, saying lv, every time you come across anything, because systems they don't lie. Look at this here, it's saying lv display, command not found, because the command was spelled not right. Display, lv display, and see. So here now we can see local volumes that exist on this logical volumes that exist on the system, and we can look for ours. Here's ours, you see, which we have just created, and that's proof that we have done an amazing job, guys. All right, so now what we need to do is to mount this, and we'll mount it to this mount point that we'll call data. So make dir, and then the data. I don't know if you guys are able to see my screen here. Probably not. Okay, I believe now you can see my screen here. So make dir, we need to create a mount point, and because that's where we'll be mounting our file system here, and we're gonna call it, name it mnt data. So we do that. That's created, and now we need to mount this, and to do and make it persistent, meaning that even after reboot, the system this configuration will never change. Okay, so to do that, we have to go to the ETFS tab. FS tab, and when we get there, what we need to do is to add this here. So we're gonna add it here, and what we're gonna add, it's gonna be the path to our logical volume. So it's gonna be volume group, and then my logical volume. So that's the path. And then next is our mount point, which is going to be MNT data. And then the file system, remember we changed the file system to ext4, so we're gonna leave it there. And then the rest of the stuff will be just defaults, press 0 space 0. Then you're gonna save this and get out of there. Okay, so we've done that, and now after doing that, we're gonna have to mount. Now we're gonna have to mount our system, our file system, to the mount point, and you can use the command mount -a. So, and this will mount everything. So we're gonna do that. It's been modified, but system still uses the old version. So we're gonna follow the command here. Gonna do daemon reload, command not found, systemctl. Okay, because I didn't write it. Okay, you see here, it should be system, and it wasn't system. So I'll just copy that to make it faster, just easier. Then reload. So you have done that, and we pretty much we should be set. And I'm gonna verify using this command df-ht to verify. So looking at this command is to check the file systems that you have on your system, and we're looking for our system here. This is it, right? And you see the file system type and the size that we assigned, and this is the mount point. So we did a good job. Thanks for watching this video. I appreciate you so much, and keep on the watch for more videos to come. In the meantime, be good, do good to people. God bless you, and I'll see you in the next video.
Are you ready to unlock a world of opportunities in the ever-expanding realm of information technology? Welcome to Transform to Succeed, your pathway to a rewarding IT career. Get ready to embark on a transformative journey with our exclusive program, Training for IT Careers, starting on September 8, 2023. This intensive 7-month training is your gateway to a high-paying IT career. The best part? No need to worry about your daily commute. All our classes are conducted online through Zoom. Our flexible schedule ensures training on Saturdays from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. Central Time, making it easy to balance your studies with your busy life. We understand the importance of real-world expertise. Our training will equip you with skills in Linux, AWS, and DevOps to start your IT career in 7 months. Don't miss this opportunity to transform your IT career. Registration is already open, but seats are very limited. To enroll into the program, go to www.transformed2succeed.com. Transformed to Succeed, your pathway to a rewarding IT career.